Well, it's a great day, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Here you are. You've made it. Give yourself a hand. Give yourself a hand. Give yourself a hand. Take your right hand. Oh, that's my left hand. Take your right hand if you're right-handed. Take your left hand if you're left-handed. Pat yourself on the back and say, great job. Great job for showing up. Isn't that how life is? Life is all about showing up. And you showed up. You are here. You're here because you want to build your sales team so you can have, well, more cash flow. Isn't it good to have more cash flow coming in? Have higher profits. That means there's more money coming in than going out. And last but more importantly, you're able to have all the freedom. That's right, the freedom to do all the things that you want to do. So congratulations for being here on day 4. Let me go and just acknowledge everybody. I always like to check sometimes just to make sure I'm being heard because, I don't know if you've ever done this before. I have. One time I did a whole webinar and no one could hear me. Ain't that crazy? Like I was hearing myself talk, but I wasn't hearing myself and no one was sending me notes, but I'm glad that y'all are all willing to do that. So if you're out there right now and you can hear the sound of my voice, do me a favor. Just look right below the video. And just say, we can hear you. Just put, we can hear you. Just so I know you can hear you. I certainly appreciate that. And then I'll know we're ready to get going. Now, here's what's going to happen today. Today is probably, every day is very important. And every day is the most important day. But this is the most important day of the challenge. And why is that, would you ask? Well, because we're going to be really covering day 4, which is all about the sales affiliate team. Now, I know we talking about sales affiliates. We talked about sales ambassadors. We're talking about digital sales solutions. And that's a lot. So what I decided to myself is, you know what? Instead of talking about it, let's just show it. Instead of talking about it, let's just show it. And that's what we're going to do today. Now, I'm going to step back in just a moment, and I'm going to do a quick recap. But first, do me a favor. Let me go here. Do me a favor. Look right below the video. And just say, Shay, we hear you. No, seriously, do that. If you do that for me, I really appreciate it because this is interactive, right? This is all about interaction. I'm double checking. Looks like I'm coming through. I'm going to do one more check over here. And then we're going to kick this off with a recap of day 1 quickly, day 2 quickly, and day 3. And then we're going to walk right into day 4. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you're tuned in, well, you're at the right place at the right time. Let me go over here. 1 second. I'm going to do this here. There we go. Okay. And I see you're out there. Thank you for letting me know you can hear me. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Okay. So let's go here and let's just talk about what we're going to talk about today. Let's bring this up here. Well, that's not the screen. That's my screen, by the way, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm going to pull up the whiteboard. Full whiteboard. I should call it the money board, by the way. I should call it the money making board. And let's talk about what we're going to be sharing today. Today is day 4. And in day 4, there's 2 things that we're really going to focus on. We're going to focus on sales affiliates. So everyone write down in your notes, just go look right below the video, and write down sales affiliates. And for those folks, I'll get into the definition in a moment, but here's what I want you to know about sales affiliates. Here's the cool part, and I'm going to put this down here, right, just so you can see it. And I'm going to put no labor. Doesn't that sound good already? No labor. No time from you needed. And the favorite one, can I put that in green, everyone? Yeah, I'll pop that in green. Let me put this down, put that in green. I'm going to put down evergreen, which means you're going to do something one time. And in this case, your labor will no longer be involved. So you're going to do something one time, and after that, your labor will no longer be involved. And that's what we want to talk about today. We're going to get into that in just a second. Let me just get it pulled up here. Here we go here, one other place. And we're going to be rocking and rolling. Okay, there we go. All right, Gwendolyn, I see you. What's up? Regina says sales affiliates. Thanks a lot for joining. Dwayne back in the house. I'm so excited. Yes. Okay, now let's go back. Let's go to the board. Let's take them over. Let's take them to the board. And let's do a quick recap. And then we've got a gentleman that this is all he does. Live, sleep, and breathe technology. What a boring life, huh? But I'm glad there's folks out there that have that type of boring life. And in a few minutes, about 10 minutes or so, 15 minutes, we're going to bring up the one and only. His name is Justin Morgan. And he's going to be really walking through, really showing you behind the scenes, not just about a sales affiliate, but what's the type of software, what's the type of tools that someone like you can use immediately. Because my goal for every single one of you, in all seriousness, my goal is that you institute sales affiliates. That's right, you institute sales affiliates. And I said here why, because there's no labor. You see that there? It says what? No time. Yep. And more importantly, it's what? Evergreen. Yes, I circled that. Evergreen. I love it. Okay, now we're gonna head on up to the magic board. We're gonna do a quick recap. What's up, Edith Hall? Oh, your call. Really good to see you. It's always a pleasure. All right, everyone, for everyone that's out there, welcome once again. Today is day 4. And day 4, what are we going to talk about day 4, everyone? Well, we're going to talk about sales affiliates. Then we're going to talk about digital sales solutions. Then we're going to do a quick recap, okay? So I'm going to start with the recap, obviously. Many of you were here for day 1. And man, was day 1 amazing or what? Every day is amazing. If you didn't get a chance to see day 1, just go back into the archives. Make sure you catch day 1. I'm going to do just a recap to bring us up to speed. We're talking about build your sales team. And the number one reason you're building the sales team is because it's time for you to build your business. Now, I know you heard this before, and I've been saying the opposite. You know my philosophy. Jot this down in your notes. Systems beat goals every single time. Systems beat goals every single time because systems are duplicatable, systems are repeatable, and systems are something that you can pass on to someone else to do the work and you're not there, right? So why focus on building the business, which is what they said to me for a number of years. Shay, build a business. Shay, build a business. Shay, do what? Build the business. But let me give you the Shay Brown remix version on that. I always tell you I'm part of the Puff Daddy generation, okay? I have my AARP card. And the Puff Daddy remix version is build a team and the team will build the business. Let me say that again. Build a sales team and the team will build a business. Doesn't that make sense? Let the team build the business. Okay, good. So that's what this is all about. Putting on a sales team and really adding a revenue arm to your business. Most folks focus on getting a VA, and that's going to cost them some money. But a salesperson takes care of themselves. Let's walk through just a few things we did first. Day 1, we talked about the 5 components of a 7-figure sales team. I'll go through that in just a second. But one of the things I talked about is that branding helps your business, marketing helps your business, but sales keeps you in business. Someone write that down. Someone look right below the video and put sales keeps you in business, because the number one reason that most companies fail, the number one reason that most companies are struggling is just the lack of sales, because sales provides the revenue that's necessary to purchase the resources that you need to execute the vision you have for the people you were called to serve. So day 1, I really focused on that, yes, marketing is important. A number of my colleagues and friends, they focus on marketing. Branding is important. 100% you have to have branding. Automation is important. No question. You're going to hear about that when Justin comes up and talks about that. And then Facebook ads, coaching, training. But all roads in business, all this leads to one place. You see down here? It all leads to one place, a professional sales conversation. So all your efforts, all of your automation, all of your branding, all your marketing, all your Facebook ads, everything leads to professional sales conversation. And so why do you have that professional sales conversation? Because it allows you to take care of 3 visions you have: a vision for yourself, a vision for your loved ones, and a vision for the people you were called to serve. And in order for you to do these 3 things, it takes resources. But to purchase the resources, it takes what? Revenue. I know. All right. One of the things we talk about, the 4S formula. And I talked about that. S plus S plus S equals S, right? I talked about the systems. That's all the things you need to do to make things happen, plus a strategy. We focus on the evergreen selling system, plus sales equals a successful CEO. And so while you could be a grindpreneur or a happypreneur or a faithpreneur or a mompreneur and all that, anything you want to be, at the end of the day, we're all CEOs. The only question is, are we successful? because you wouldn't fill out an application, right? And so successful CEOs, here's the definition. And this is where I'm always clear, people. I'm always clear. Look, lean in, lean in, lean in, lean in. You lean in, you and me. Successful CEO. Put that down in your notes. Successful CEO, you and I. See, we're doing this together. Successful CEOs have more cash flow. That means there's business coming in. They have higher profits. That means they spend less than they make. And they have the freedom to do the things they want to do. And that's what a sales team is going to allow you to do. It's going to allow you to break all that stuff up for you. I made the point, day one, that cars run on gas. And I went through this analogy, right? And that's so true. But business runs on revenue. And at the end of the day, they both take service. And if you're not servicing and you're not solving problems, you're not generating any revenue, so your business is suffering. Just like if you're not putting any gas in the car is not moving. So how do you get the revenue? How does business get revenue? How does business get revenue? It serves more customers, it solves more problems, and it sells more of its products. Okay, you don't have to believe me, but try to believe that you're going to be great as a successful CEO and have no money coming in. Good luck with that one. Okay, now I said the number one challenge people have really building a sales team is they always say, Shay, here's the challenge I have. And you guys supported this. It's just a quick recap for all my new folks. Welcome, 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 all my new folks out there. What's up? Hey, by the way, if you haven't yet, hit the share button. If you haven't yet, hit the watch party button. Like, pay this message forward. So do me a favor, before we go a little further, hit the share button right now. Hit the watch party button right now. Is the watch party button even still there anymore? You know, I noticed that the other day. But hit the share button, okay? When you hit the share button, just put serve plus add value. Just put serve plus add value. That's what we're all focused on. Okay. They said the number one reason I can't hire a sales rep, Shay, is that I can't afford it. And that's like the number one reason you guys gave me. Forget all the rest of them, right? So we walk through the possibility that it's impossible not to be able to afford a salesperson. It's impossible. And you all made the goal that you were going to at least hire a salesperson. And we'll talk through that later another time, quick recap. So I said a salesperson, let's imagine they work on 100% commission. This was an analogy. You took a picture of this. Remember you took a picture of it? All right, if you don't have a picture of it, take a picture of it now. No, seriously. Okay, hold on. Take a picture. I want you to take a picture of that quickly for all my folks that's out there. Let me go ahead and leave it. There we go. Take a picture of it right there. For those folks that are out there, Erna that's out there right now, Kelvin that's out there right now, Beth, take a picture. And the reason I want you to take a picture is I want you to tell yourself, going forward, your number one focus, hear me, we talked about this before, your number one focus is what? Yeah, I know. Your number one focus is to hire a salesperson. 100% commission. That's right, 100% commission. And I went over the analogy yesterday that if a salesperson brought in $20,000 and you agreed to pay them 20%, some of you higher, some of you lower, that you have $16,000 left of revenue. $20,000, 20%, $4,000, you got $16,000 of revenue. And then we went down here and talked about what that would look like on a monthly basis. So I kind of shared that. And then on day two, we talked about how to recruit a salesperson. Now, I can't recap all of day two, but I will say that we talked about the 5 components, again, of a 7-figure sales team. We said you need a salesperson. They work on 100% commission. You need a sales affiliate. They are mercenaries. They get paid to bring traffic to you, to bring business to you, and they only understand 1 or 2 of your products or services, and it's in harmony with something they're already doing, so it's an easy bridge for them. One thing I used to always teach, and I still do teach, is that you don't have to be the answers to everyone's problems. You don't have to be the answer. You don't have to be the answer. Sometimes it's just as profitable to be the bridge. That means I'm going to bridge you over to someone else that could use the products and services. And then we talked about sales ambassadors, digital sales solutions, sales cheerleader. Can't get into that. I talked about the 4 stages of a business. Most of you are in stage 1, where as the founder, you're making all the sales, you're generating all the revenue. You might have 1 person maybe, but your goal right now is just to get to a stage 2, where you have maybe 3 to 5 representatives that are working on your behalf. We talked about the magic formula salespeople need. Like if you're hiring someone, remember, we talk about recruiting. I'm gonna break that down. We talked about recruiting. The magic formula they need is they need to be competitive and compassionate. Put that in your notes. Competitive and compassionate. Look, only got another 5 minutes, and I'm gonna bring up the one and only Justin Morgan, but I want you to get this, because we're already coming down the home stretch, but this is the number 1 point I made. Well, one of 50 points I made that day. But day 2, I said, ignore job boards and recruit great salespeople. Don't use job boards. Not for where you are, not as an entrepreneur. Typically a job board, most folks are hiring someone from a job board, not what most of you need to do in a service-based business or as a founder, as an entrepreneur. There's gonna be some great resumes, but great salespeople, they're not looking for a job. Typically you are recruiting great salespeople. And I get it in this pandemic that we're in right now. Some people may not be able to sell because of what's going on, but you're not going to find them there. I talked about how to recruit your first top-notch salesperson. Go back and see day 2 if you want. And I talked about hire above where you are now, but more importantly, how to recruit the unrecruitable. Now, if you look at sports teams, many times, even companies, typically when they bring in a CEO or chief executive officer or chief operating officer or chief automation officer, whomever, typically they've gone out and they've recruited the best of the best. And I went through some of the secrets on how to recruit the unrecruitables, but I also went into how to handle the underdogs, like the underdogs, the person that, you know, they seem right, they're almost there. So what are some things I need to do to really get them over the hump? Yeah. I love day 2. Day 2 is my favorite, okay? 2 skills every great salesperson possesses. I'm not going to go into it now. Competitive and compassionate. The 2 C's, competitive and compassionate. I love day 2. Day 2 is my favorite. And then I guess they're all my favorite. Today's my favorite too, don't worry. We talk about a draw for salespeople. I went through this analogy for some of you that want to pay a monthly amount. Let's say it's $2,000. They get the money up front. And then they have a draw against a 20% commission. We talked about that. And so in this case, if they sell $10,000 in revenue and you owe $2,000, you don't pay that because they got that paid up front. Okay, you're basically give them a draw and then drawing back against the commission, but they also have to have performance to be able to hold that. We talked about that, and we talked about the dynamics of that, which is probably what 90% of the folks that I work with, they have a draw system, because great salespeople are looking for a little bit up front. They're not going to bail your company out, okay? But everybody, my favorite saying, you heard me say this before, everybody, the salesperson in the company got to have skin in the game. We all got to have some skin in the game. Talked about what we need to do to recruit them, the best question to ask. You got to go, no, you got to go see it. Okay, let me take this here. I don't want to tear this up. Okay, talked about, not going to do this. Day 3, which was yesterday, we talked about how to train. Now, I went into details, and this is it right here. This is what I want you to see before I go over and we bring on, talk about sales affiliates, is the sales mountain. Remember, I talked about how I learned this from my mentor, Eric Loftholm, 15 years ago, and how this sheet, not this one, but one just like this, hung in my office for 12 years. 12 years, like right next to it. I wrote it when I was there in Rockland, California, brought it home, I rolled it up, I didn't know I was going to do that, and every day I would look at this, and I was on the phone talking to people like you, and you, and you, and some of you, and you, and you, and you. I would say, where are they on the sales mountain? We talk about generating a lead. Nothing happens without a lead. Leads represent hope. Leads represent hope. You got it. Leads represent hope. No leads, no hope. Talk about having to set an appointment. We build trust and rapport, and then we identify customer needs, because the fastest way to persuade and influence someone is to find out what they want and give it to them. What's most important to you about blank? And then we talk about share the benefits. There's 5 types of benefits. Then we walk them to the sweet spot. We're just mountain climbing guys, and the sweet spot is where the client is ready to make a buy-in decision. The sweet spot is where the customer is ready to make a buy-in decision. There's the close, where you ask for the order, and then there's how do you handle objections. Now, the sales mountain is important because I said everyone has to have a methodology. When you have a methodology, you have a system. Systems beat goals every single time. You can do some amazing things. This is a methodology. This is a methodology that I use, a methodology I teach, and it's been, oh my gosh. If you didn't get a picture of this, get a picture of this. And so today, we're having a money conversation. Today, we're really having a conversation today in a few minutes around sales affiliate and the power of sales affiliates. For those folks that are out there and you've already heard about sales affiliates and you're like, Shay, I know what a sales affiliate is. I've been a sales affiliate on the other side, but how do I set that up in my company, Shay? How do I make that a reality for what I'm doing, Shay? I'm glad you asked. You're at the right place, at the right time. to hear the right message. In about 2 minutes, I'm going to bring up Justin Morgan. And I've asked Justin not just to talk about what sales affiliates are, and we could do that and draw some fancy charts. Not to just have some PowerPoint slides and show these images and that looks kind of cool, but to really break it down and say, look, there's a couple different type of automation tools that you can use, and here's what's good about it, and here's maybe what's not so good about it, right? Just like in life, there's duality. There's high highs, there's low lows, there's summer, winter, spring, and fall. There's peaks, there's valleys, there's twists and there's turns. And the same holds true with different type of software. It's kind of like what works for you, what feels good for you and your clients. And yeah, and so I said, let's take them behind the scenes. Justin Morgan has the pleasure of working with everyday entrepreneurs that are just like you. And you're just like me. We're in this together, right? Like lean in for a minute. Lean in. We're all in this together. Do your hands like this. Say, give me a little energy. Just do like this. We're all in this together, Shay. We're all in this together. Give me a little energy. That's what I'm talking about. So Justin does this, and he works with everyday entrepreneurs that have a big heart, which I know you have. You want to serve. I know you want to do that. And then he says, let me show you some tools that you can use to free up your time. Let me show you some tools that give a better experience. And sales affiliates, they give a better experience because you solve a problem. People will pay you today if you help them solve a problem today. You're just in the problem solving business, and that's what we're going to do. So what I want to do now, bring him up in 60 seconds, is he's going to walk through it, and it's going to help you with this P plus P plus P equals P formula. Look at that. There it is. P plus P plus P equals P. We got all these formulas, right? And let me just tell you what it is quickly, and then this is why a sales affiliate will help you. You have to have your own sales methodology. The first P is problems. And my belief is that people, hear me clearly, take a picture of it. Yeah, go ahead and take a picture of it. If I was you, I'd take a picture of it right now. Don't miss this. People will pay you today if you help them solve a problem today. You're in the problem solving business. Plus the possibilities. See, people buy possibilities. Once they understand they have a problem, which they already knew, they buy into the possibilities that you're going to solve it. Justin Moore is going to show you what the possibilities are by using software to implement your affiliate program. He's just showing you the possibilities. Plus a promise. The promise is a big, bold claim. And my big, bold claim today is if by you being in this conversation, you're going to build your sales affiliate team faster with less effort than you would by yourself. People pay for promises. They pay for promises. You got to deliver, and they're easy to make. You got to deliver. So now you got problems, plus the possibility, plus the big, bold claim, the promise, equals people and profits. People and profits. So with that being said, let me go ahead and bring up the one and only, the man himself of the time. You see him right there in the background, none other than the one and only Justin Morgan, who's going to now talk to you about, well, sales affiliates. What's going on, my man? Justin Morgan, the automation guru, the automation expert, the man behind the scenes that makes it happen. How are you, man?
Good, Shay. I'm good. How you doing? Well, you're always good.
No, I mean,
you're always having a great day. Always a great day.
That's right. If I can wake up and my eyes are open and there's oxygen in my lungs and I'm breathing and my feet hit the ground, it's a good day. Justin, before I turn it over to you, man, what do you say to the folks that are watching? They're like, man, Justin, technology ain't my thing, man. I know it's out there, but I've kind of stayed away from it. They know you're going to show them some things, but what would you say to that person that's listening now?
That you don't, at this point in time, there's really no choice. We're in this space. If there wasn't enough of a movement toward technology pre these current events that we've had this past year, in this 2020, reality now has essentially forced everyone, every company, every service, to embrace the use of technology. Otherwise, survival is not an option. Right? So either embrace it or you don't. And so we're kind of in this space where, it's time to. We've been preaching it for quite some time. I know Shay and you've been embracing technology, and many other folks in the space have started to embrace technology. And so if you weren't doing it before when we were preaching it, you kind of have to do it now. It's a requirement for you to be able to keep food on your table at the end of the day.
Yeah, I would agree. Last question, my man. Folks might be curious. why does Justin do what he does? Why does he, every day work with entrepreneurs? You have the biggest job. You have the second biggest job, by the way. I got the first biggest job. I got to convince entrepreneurs they need sales to stay in business, which is, it's crazy, but as crazy as that is, I have a very tough job every day talking to entrepreneurs, convincing them or sharing with them that they need sales. But you got the second best job in the world, man, because you've now got to share with them that they don't have to do everything, and there's an easier way, man. So they might be wondering, why does Justin do this? What's his big why?
It's about creating a ripple, right? Mm-hmm. So I realized some time ago, and I don't care what community you're in, there's some improvement that you want to make. And so, throughout life, and we've realized that there's politics is one way to make a change. So there's plenty of controversy in that regard. Won't get into that. But there's one area that is very clear cut, and it's business. We know that money's a resource, and it can be a resource that can be used for good. There are plenty of organizations that need it, people that need it, and I figured instead of just being a guy who just makes money for myself, certainly, it's nice to make money in my business, but the beauty of working with business owners, and especially business owners that have a purpose. You're not just selling a $10 t-shirt, right?
Yeah.
I work with coaches and speakers, and so they're all based around helping other people. So it's about the ripple. So it figured a long time ago that it was more of an impact if I work with people who are also making an impact versus me just making a few dollars myself.
Man, I love it, man. With that being said, man, I'm going to turn it over to you. Ladies and gentlemen, you're in good hands. You'll be with the one and only Justin Morgan, who's not only an automation guru, but a kind human being. He's a great husband, a great father, and someone is here to make a difference for all of us, including myself. And some of you want to know who's the go-to guy, Shay. At the end of the day, how does all this happen? Well, my secret weapon, if you want to call it that, the person is out there, is the one and only Justin Morgan. So without Justin, there's no us, there's no you. Over to you, Justin.
Thanks, Shay. Appreciate it. Yeah, I won't tell you how many times Shay has called me or texted me asking for help. I won't say it, but I appreciate you, Shay, and what he's doing here, and I appreciate y'all being here. My suggestion for you in this time is just make sure that you take some notes. I'm going to give you an idea. Again, we're talking about affiliate programs and really what that means for your business, what it means in the sales process, what it means for your income and your revenue. So there's really two things I want to focus on in this time. It's the process, right? Because I'm a systems guy, like I'm all systems. And if y'all never met me before, again, I'm Justin Morgan. Help coaches and speakers create automated systems, right? Key word is systems that save you time and generate you revenue. And so affiliate systems, okay, is a key part of that. So having an affiliate team, and it's all about having a system in place, being able to leverage your energy, leverage your time. So again, I know that Shay has kind of laid down the baseline of what an affiliate is, but the way that I look at an affiliate is simply, it's really a salesperson that doesn't get the right to complain. They don't get a chance to collect benefits, but yet they only get a chance to make you money. Now that may sound bad, but at the end of the day, you only pay an affiliate when they make you money, which is beautiful. Like it's the best situation in the world. They're not an employee, so I mean they're not entitled to stick around with you. But if you have the right thing in front of them, then it's a very powerful situation to be in. And keep in mind, this is kind of a cool way to think about it, is getting an affiliate to work with you is kind of like having your own sales process all by itself, which I'm going to talk about real quick, because there's, again, two things I want to focus on. One is the process in which you work with an affiliate, and secondly, the tools that you can use to work with the affiliate. So the first thing is the process. The second thing is the tools. The first thing is the process. The second thing is the tools. So get ready to write these things down, okay? And then, of course, I'm going to give y'all tools. And not every tool is for everybody. I know what everybody does. I got the comments up, right? So, as y'all leave some comments, I'll try to catch and see what y'all are saying. I know there's a delay between what I'm saying and what y'all put up, but I'll try to catch some of the things that I see over here in the comments. If not, I'll make sure I circle back around and get in there and hop in with y'all a little bit later, okay? But outside of that, again, I'm going to talk about the process. I'm going to talk about the tools. And then I'm going to leave it at that and hand it back to Shay, okay? So when we talk about an affiliate, getting an affiliate by itself, again, how does that happen? In most cases, you're solving a problem. And we'll talk about we have problems, possibilities. You're solving a problem for the affiliate themselves. So most affiliates that you find, their problem is they need something to sell. Okay. So they need something to sell, but they don't want to do all the work of servicing it. So that's really what you're providing. You're providing them a product that they can sell without having to do a lot of the back end work. So again, you give them a chance to make money and save themselves some time. So in that regard, you're offering a service just by having an affiliate program. You're giving people a chance to make money and save time. Okay? So that by itself is solving a problem, and you're giving people the possibility to make more money. Like, it's a win-win. And of course, for you, it means that you can also make more money. So it's like having your own sales funnel. Okay, so the first thing you need to have for an affiliate program is actually a landing page, right? Like any good affiliate program has its own landing page. So if I come to you and I say, hey, I want to learn about how I can sell your stuff, says, hey, go to workwithjustin.com. And on there, you'll explain the affiliate program, how much they get paid, the overview of what the product is, the time frames and when the product launched or when it launches, all those things, what they get as a part of it. And I'm going to talk about some of the aspects that go into that as well in a moment. But essentially, you have a landing page just to present to the affiliates. Most people don't think about that. Okay, so your own landing page where you can go in, capture the information, and now they're in your system. I'm gonna keep harping on that word system. So that's the first thing. Okay, the second thing is obviously you got to have a product, you got to have a service, you got to know how much to pay them. Now this varies. So again, it takes a little bit more context than what I can provide here for you in this time in terms of the percentages. But essentially, look at your business, and if y'all are money folks, I'm a numbers guy, right? If you understand how much space you have in your profit margin, you can essentially figure out how much you should pay these folks. So if you're service heavy, then your percentage is gonna be a little bit lower, right? If you're not service heavy and you have a huge margin and you really just want to build up a big audience and you don't have a lot of overhead on the back end to service the product, then your percentage can be a lot higher. There are some folks, based off of their strategies and what they have to offer, the percentages can be at 100%. Again, that requires you to have some upsells and things on the back end of it. But at the end of the day, you got to figure out the percentage, what you're going to pay them. That's what they're there for. You need to give them that idea. Let's see. You have an echo, and I'm not that loud. Somebody says I have an echo, and I'm not that loud. I don't know, Shay,
I would check it out on my side. It looks like it's coming through. Say something again.
check. All right, someone else. Check.
Okay, there it goes. It looks like it's bouncing. I'm listening to it on my side over here. I think I had my mic on. Let me see, make sure. I'm listening to it now.
Man, I got natural settings going on over here. So
nope. I see it's green popping on my side.
Let me check and see.
I'm playing it out here.
Let's check and see. Video camera, microphone.
Oh, I see. It's kind of like it was
Check. Is that any better? Any different, y'all? Let me know in the comments. Any different?
Yeah, I'm listening. Yeah, it sounded like you was playing it through the computer on your side a little bit.
Okay, cool.
Just make sure you don't have it up.
All right, I think we are. I mean, I got my headset on, so I don't think there's an echo in that regard, but I think it may have been picking up the camera, maybe. So here we go. Hopefully, y'all can hear me now. Should be clear now. If not, then hey, y'all can get the stuff much better. Okay, y'all said much better. Okay, real quick, I'm gonna give y'all a quick recap, like the 60-second version. Okay, 60-second version. Affiliates are important because they can go out there, they make you money. You don't got to pay them, give them benefits. They're on payroll. They can leave you, but of course, you don't pay them until they make you money. All right. And then having an affiliate, if you want to get one, you essentially have to set up your own sales. It's like having your own sales funnel just to attract affiliates. So the first thing you have to do is have a landing page. The landing page has to explain to them what they get for signing up as an affiliate for you. How much they get paid, what's the product about, what's the service about, when is it launched, has it launched yet, Are there certain other things that they'll get as a being an affiliate? Those are all things you have to look at. Okay, those are all things you have to look at. And again, shout out to y'all. I appreciate y'all being out there and giving me some feedback. You'd be surprised. Folks will watch and be like, yeah, this is messed up, but won't say anything. So I appreciate y'all actually taking a minute to chime in. Okay, actually taking that minute to chime in. So that's the first thing. So make sure you have a landing page. They can find out about what you do, how they access your stuff. That's the first thing. Secondly, you have to make sure you have your key links together. Okay, so when I say key links, what does that mean? That means the page to where your sales page is, the page to where any of your promotion pages are, the pages for your social media, right? So they can learn more about you, maybe learn about your messaging, maybe play off of some of the things that you have going on. You want your affiliates to be able to learn about what you're doing and what's going on. Okay, if there are any links in terms of direct links to the product, if you have different ways for them to get to the product, you have different landing pages, you want them to have all those things, right? Any down sales that lead up to the program you're trying to promote, you want them to have that thing, okay? So for example, when I sign up for some affiliate programs, they'll have one way that just takes you directly to the website. They have one way that takes you to a book that they're offering, okay? And then you get commissions up through that process to the main thing. They'll have a separate sales page just for the program. They'll have some like bonus page. They'll have a link that goes straight to the checkout as well. Like you want all those things set up and ready to deliver to them when they sign up. Because essentially when they go to that landing page, they sign up with you, they should get instant access to that information. Okay. There's some other things that they should get. They should get a set of template emails, right? So again, you don't have to do these things, but the success of your affiliates increase when you do, right? So when you decide to do those things, the success of your affiliates does increase because you're giving them the materials they need to be successful. Again, when I said it was kind of like having a sales funnel, it kind of really is. You have to convince them and tell them what they're getting. They sign up with you and you deliver them the tools that they need in exchange to be able to work with you and give you the value and the resources that you need in the form of money. So again, there's an exchange there. So you have to set up some pre-made templates, emails, social media posts. Shay and them do it all the time very well. Whenever you're part of one of these events, let's say you're a speaker at one of their events, something like that, they always give out copy. They're always giving out social media posts, email examples that we can use to just quickly and easily promote the event. They give out graphics, right, which is the next thing. So along with emails, create the graphics that are needed to go out to the public that they can easily share. Again, we don't just talk about these things, right? We put these things in motion. And so again, I know y'all follow Shay and they do it very well, right? So hats off to you, Shay, and your team. Because again, y'all are really, people don't really understand that you have shown you've shown the format. Like the map is there, y'all. Y'all have experienced it. You just haven't taken the time to really understand what's happening to you in that moment, right? So when y'all sign up as virtual speakers and people are giving y'all, hey, share this on this day, do this email on this day, we're doing this group post on this day, it's really part of the same format, the same formula of understanding like these are the materials you need to give your affiliates so they can be successful and it just helps you and your own event be successful. Okay. And I see Gwendolyn in there saying, thank you, Shay. You're welcome. So keep those things in mind. Like those are the key things that you need. The other things you can look at, and these are just some kind of bonuses, right? Some folks have affiliate contests. So folks come in, again, you got to look at how much money you're going to have, right? So don't just go doing every contest. You're about to give away a free car. Don't say you got to do all that. But if you have room in your bottom line and you create this contest, and the way you can structure it is, y'all make $10,000 in sales, or the person that has most sales over $10,000, you get a free blank, or you get a $2,000 gift, what have you, right? So affiliate contests are great because again, it gives extra incentive for someone to be the best, not just kind of make a couple sales, but actually go out there and actively promote that thing because people want that money, right? And it's easy money for them. In the case of, again, they just have to market it, but they don't have to service it. That's up to you. Okay, so that's the idea here. So that's another thing that you can do. The other part is obviously having a launch. So sometimes y'all can do this on stuff that's existing, but it helps if you have a launch, right? And when I say launch, and here's what folks think with a launch, you have to have a new program. It's like, no, just have a different angle, right? It's not about having a new program, just have a different angle. So for instance, Shay is doing this challenge. Okay. It's not a new program, right? He's been if he talks about something that he's selling or their service, it's not new. Okay. It's the fact that he's doing this challenge though to give you a certain different set of information at a different time. So that way everyone can kind of get around this particular challenge to get out there and promote it. So it gives folks a focused burst, right, of attention around the event, around the product, around the service, whatever it is. It creates and gives that focus area of attention, which obviously helps you because everybody's promoted at the same time at different places. Then folks going to see it and say, "Oh, what's going on? Oh, there's this thing about to happen." It creates excitement, right? So while it may not have to be a new product that you're doing with this thing, it's good to have a new angle, a new event, a new challenge, something of that nature to give people something to look forward to. And it also gives your affiliate something to look forward to and plan around because they may want to do their own events through this. So, recap the things that you need to do in order to successfully bring on an affiliate is one, make sure that you have a landing page, sales page, something that you can actually have them go to and learn about your product and your service. Secondly, make sure you have standard emails, standard graphics, standard posts they can use to send out to people. Thirdly, make sure you know what to pay them, right? So that's something that you got to figure that out. Okay. Make sure that if you're having a contest, make sure it works. That's a bonus. And then lastly, if you're going to do a launch, make sure you figured it out, know what dates, give plenty of lead time so folks can learn about it and do it. And that helps drum up that set time, right? That set time around when things are going to happen. So that is the process. Now I know they're like, okay, those things are cool, but like, what do I use to set them up? Okay, so I'm going to give y'all some options. Okay? You don't have to use all the options. They're not all appropriate options for you. I mean, that's just the reality of it is they're not all perfect options for you, but they're all options. Okay, so based off your situation, I'm gonna make sure I give y'all what works for you. So make sure you write these down. Okay, and if y'all have questions about these, you can tag me, and if I don't see it, I'll make sure I answer your questions. Okay, so the first one I'll bring up is Lead Dino. Now, Lead Dino is a dinosaur in terms of the market. Like it's been around for a while. Uh, and so that can sound like a bad thing, but the last time I checked, I was afraid of dinosaurs. I don't plan on like walking up on one. And so while it may be a dinosaur in terms of age, it's still dangerous. Okay. Lead Dino is going to be your more complex of the options that I give you. It is good for e-commerce. It can be used for high ticket, but the functionality you get on the back end of it is highly customizable. So it's going to be a little bit, let's say, harder to work with, but it's going to be a little more complex to set up and manage. Okay, so if you don't understand, if you're not super techy, it may not be the thing for you. But if you want to have a lot of options, you want to set up a lot, like if you want to just have a certain affiliate promotion percentage show up during Christmas, right? So perhaps you're paying out 50%, but for Christmas, you're going to pay out 70, right? You can set it up so that way it automatically does something like that during a specific period of time. Okay, so that's the pro. The con, other than the complexity, is going to be the fact that they limit based off of visitors. So it gets a little pricey. So I say based off of visitors, that means that their pricing structure is based off of how many unique people visit your page. So the downside is, yeah, so you may get up to 10,000 people to visit your page, but the problem is 10,000 visitors doesn't always actually translate to more money. It should, right, if you got the right program, but it doesn't always translate to more money. So I would rather them not charge you based off visitors. I feel like that is it's a disadvantage to you if you don't have a proven program. So I would, if you're gonna go the lead dyno route, I would suggest you do it with something that you know sells. Okay, the first thing. The second thing that I would say is somewhat on the same tier, but not as complex, is Pay Kickstart. Now, Pay Kickstart's a little bit different. You can do checkout pages in there. You still do some of the complex direct affiliate management stuff. It's still kind of pricey, right? It's like $200 a month if you want the affiliate option. Didn't used to be that expensive. They did up their price. So unfortunately now it's a little bit more if y'all want to be able to manage affiliates with them, but it's still good. So you can do like complex checkout pages, discounts, coupons, and actually manage your affiliates. I'm going to say manage, but you can go in, pay folks manually, remove people, add people to sales. Like it's very customizable in that regard. Okay. So that's Pay Kickstart. You can just go to paykickstart.com. All right. That's good so I'm going to make sure to give y'all some cons. If you're doing like a course, like a low ticket program or merchandise, e-commerce, and not really, Pay Kickstart may not be the best solution for you. It's best if you're a coach, you have a program that's like a set period of time. You could do it for a course, but I'm gonna give you a couple options if you plan on doing an actual course. If you want to do it for a membership platform, it's a little bit different, a little bit better. You may want to do it that way. If you do services, things like that, also very useful as well in that regard. So that's Pay Kickstart. For my folks who do courses, so like y'all love to do the courses with the quizzes and you got a full curriculum, right? There are a few options for you as well that are right there on what I consider some of the best course platforms that are out there and available. So there's Teachable, there's Thinkific, and there's also shout out to Justin Burns over at Maestro as well. Also has an affiliate program on his platform. So right there within those course platforms, you have affiliate options and to be able to manage your affiliates, right? So you don't have to go out and get one of these separate things. If you do a course, you can go within those platforms and just use their option for affiliates. Like that is an option for you. I know some of y'all want to do courses on whatever your profession is. Let me know, by the way. Actually, I'm curious. Like I'm 100% curious. I'm gonna get some data, Shay. I'm gonna take a quick second to get some data. What do you do and what do you offer? Like, don't put any links. Like, this is not spam link time. Like, just give us an idea. Like, what do you do and what do you offer? Like, is it a course? Is it a coaching program? High ticket program? Are you selling t-shirts? Like, I'm curious. Like, I'm legitimately curious where y'all at. And if you don't have anything, like, let me know in the comments as well. Like, that's also very useful for us to know. So again, we just understand how we can best serve you. And I know Shay's always trying to look for better ways to, do these trainings. He's always putting out useful content, and he's very focused on you. And so the more feedback we get on what y'all are doing and the problems that you're having, obviously he can, bring on other folks, bring on folks like myself who may be able to serve you in those areas that you're looking for help in. Okay. So again, just throw those in the comments so we can take a look and just understand what's going on. So again, Thinkable, Teachable, Thinkific, and Maestro are great options. There are other ones. Those are the three ones I'm going to talk about right here. Here's one of my favorites in terms of how I operate. So Pay Kickstart's a favorite of mine. The other thing that I love using is something called Kartra. Now, the reason I like Kartra is it's not necessarily course heavy. It's more of a funnel builder and site builder, but I can manage affiliates within there and kind of like Pay Kickstart. There's a marketplace. So Kartra itself, I feel, is the value worth the cost. So you can go on there for $97 and have a full funnel builder, website builder, and you got access to a sales affiliate platform. Like that's pretty cool for that. You get everything in that one spot. You can do memberships, you can do courses, you gotta have quizzes and things like that, but you can do a lot of stuff in Kartra. That is KARTRA.com. It's one of the ones I like using because it was easy to manage. Like it's useful. I know folks will be like, well, isn't there something like ClickFunnels, things like that? They have those programs, but Kartra is much cheaper and you already get access to that thing. And it's frankly less confusing. Just being frank, like it's less confusing on Kartra. So if you like to build out funnels, sales funnels, you don't need to have a very complex hands-on affiliate program. Maybe you're doing lower ticket items. You don't currently have a sales funnel. Kartra is an option, and the options you get in terms of the checkout does work out, and it's pretty customizable. So it's not as fancy as Pay Kickstart, but it is fairly close in terms of the things that you need to be able to have, be able to operate well, like at that level, right? So just keep that in mind. Kartra is a great option in that regard. Okay. And those are really the key ones that I bring up. There are others out there. The last ones that I will bring up are JVZoo, ClickBank, and Warrior Forum. Now I'm gonna go on a slight rant, not a long rant, Shay. I'm gonna go on a long rant. These work, but one, Shay's laughing. So we all know about ClickBank and JVZoo and stuff like that. You can go on there and find programs. You can go and set up your own there. There is a certain, because like these platforms usually have a lot of their branding all over the place, so you can usually tell that you're on like a JVZoo, Warrior Forum, or ClickBank platform. And they have if you don't understand the market there, they can have a slight negative connotation because there are some things that go up on those platforms. I won't say bad because again, I don't know those people and I haven't investigated all of them, so I can't say that they're frauds or fakes or anything like that. What I will say is that the quality of product and the things that are on there aren't all consistent. Okay. And so I don't know if you want to associate yourself with those things. And again, you can have some success there because a lot of folks that start on those programs and they have success. They built up a worth for themselves, and so they do well. So I'm not saying you can't, but just a way to integrate, you save your brand, be able to control your own platform outside of these programs, using something like Pay Kickstart or Kartra, just so much better. And you don't have that direct, association with those programs. And I mean, they're not always the easiest thing to set up in terms of it clashing with the things that I know you all will want to do, because I know y'all want to put up some high quality stuff. Okay. So it may clash with those things, but there are people that make tons of money on ClickBank, tons of money on JVZoo, tons of money on Warrior Forum. I've bought plenty of stuff from those programs. Some good, some deserve to be in the trash can that's under my desk. But hey, just what it is, okay? So those are the tools. Again, quick recap. Lead Dino is kind of the high one. Doesn't have checkouts and may not be good for folks who don't know that their product's not working. But again, it's very complex. You can do well with e-commerce integrations and things like that. Pay Kickstart, one of my favorites. It's kind of that mid-tier, not good for low-ticket e-commerce stuff. I wouldn't necessarily do it for courses, but again, it's good for programs, coaching programs, events, things like that. It's very good in that regard. Courses, think of it, Teachable, Maestro, all great. And then there is the ClickBanks and JVZoos and Warrior Forums of the world that you have available. So that is what I have, right? In terms of, look, those are the processes. Those are the tools and the products that you can use and the platforms that you can use to set up and have your own affiliate program up and running.
Justin, mic check. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Great job, man. For those folks that are out there that listen to the one and only Justin Morgan, do me a favor, look right below the video, and if you walked away with one golden nugget, if you walked away with one idea that you can use, if you walked away and said, you know what, this was just a good use of my time, drop a number one right below. Just drop the one. Just put one. Just put one right below the video. Just hit the number one right below the video. And that's a bat signal, right? It's a bat signal. And don't just stop there. Hit the share button. Like hit the share button right now and pay this message forward to another entrepreneur, another speaker, author, coach, trainer, or just a thought leader that's out there in the world right now. So Justin, First, let me say thank you so much, man. We appreciate it that are out there. Regina's out there right now dropping a number one. Barbara Patterson, what's up? She's in the house dropping number one. Erna's out there dropping number one. Danita, what's up, Danita? She's been here every single day. They're all tuning in. So, Justin, we appreciate it. You know, we get together next time, man. We're going to have to break it down and maybe we'll implement one idea. And for those folks that are out there, Justin, tell them how they can best connect with you. You might be listening like, man, how do I follow this guy? How do I best connect with this guy?
If you want to check out just more about kind of how we operate and our, our system that we use, go ahead to automatewithease.com. And that's automatewithease.com. And real quick, Shay, I want to leave with let's say a question mark, but just one little thing.
Yeah.
I think will help folks also connect to this idea of having an affiliate program. You don't have to go anywhere, Shay.
Okay.
And I think somebody put in like a product in there in the comments. I missed it. I need to go back through it. When y'all get and y'all see all these multi-level marketing programs, that's exactly what this is. This conversation we talked about today in affiliates, this is exactly what it is. So y'all think about how all these organizations make all this money. This is it right here. Have an affiliate program. All multi-level marketing is a big affiliate program. That's it.
Yeah. So well said. And it works for some. It works for some. At least it does find a way to track, to measure, to manage, and to make sure people get paid out. And in many cases, one of the things I like that you said is in some of the programs, the money can come in, it goes into your bank account, and it goes to their bank account, and so therefore the transaction is done right there. So it's not like they have to wait for it to be deposited into your account, and you're like, okay, I got to remember to send them the money. It automatically happens. And I tell you what, I mentioned it on day one, and I'll say it again. I think it's worth saying that, you know, when you have a sales team, pay them well and pay them fast. They love that kind of stuff. Thanks a lot, Justin, man. I appreciate it, man. We'll have to have you back again, man. Peace.
All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Yep. All right, for all you folks that are out there, right, man, you know, I don't want to overwhelm you. I don't want to give you so much that you have too much. You're like, oh my gosh, this is a lot coming at me. I want you to take some time as part of the homework assignment, that folks that are out there. I want you to take some time right now, and I want you to go explore what Justin just talked about. He gave you a couple of software tools that you can go take a look at. I have my favorite. You're going to have your favorite. Depends on what you're looking for. Depends on where you are in your business. Depends on the product. Depends on the service. There's so much that it depends on, but he laid it out and condensed it in a tight amount of time. And the reason I wanted him to have and be here with you is that he can break it down and share it in a way that not only will you be able to intellectually get it, but you feel comfortable when you know someone like him is behind the scenes implementing it. And so it's not like, well, I don't know, I got to have all this trust. It's like, no, I intellectually, and I can see what's supposed to happen. I can actually manage it from the comforts of my phone. But more importantly, I know I'm still providing that level of service. So for other folks who come in and they're part of it, you know they're going to get paid and you know it's going to work. So do me a favor. Here's the homework assignment that we're going to close out. The homework assignment is I want you to go look at the software systems that he shared, and then you pick which one resonates with you. And I want you to email me. I want you to email me because we're going to make a decision that we're going to focus on sales affiliates. Sales affiliates is the fastest, easiest way to grow your business. It doesn't require you to go out there and get a salesperson. Now this requires you to build the relationships you already have, but then hand them a tool and say, hey, here's a tool that can help you help other folks. And when you pick out the software you're going to use, just send me an email. Send me an email at Shay Brown, or text me. Just send me a text. Here, I'll put it up here. I'll let you guys. We'll go put it up here right now, and just send me a text. Say, Shay, here's mine. I'm gonna go give you my personal number. Let me do that right now. Here we go. We're gonna go to the magic whiteboards, the money making whiteboard right here. So I just want you to text the program. Text it to 202-270-1662. And the reason I want you to text the name of the program, I don't know if you can see it. Let me try this. Let me make that a little lower for you. Here we go. Dismiss. Okay, here we go. Text the affiliate program. Text the affiliate program. It's your homework assignment. Text the affiliate program that works best for you. And you're going to text it to 202-270-1662. Now, just so I know who you are, by the way, I mean, because wouldn't that be funny if I got a text and I didn't know who you are and I looked at it, and I guess I could call you, obviously. But, just so I know who you are, I'm going to put it right here. Let me put it right here so you can see it. Put your first name, and because there might be more than one Justin in the world, put your last name. I'm joking with you. So put your first name and put your last name there so I know who you are. And if you have an email because you want some feedback, I'm going to put that here. Put your best email. And here's my promise to you, is to reach out to you and kind of share. And this is very important. This is very important because if you miss this one step, then you're kind of not handicapped, but you want to have a 7-figure sales team. In order to have a 7-figure sales team, you've got to have at least the 5 components. And so why leave out affiliates who are already working with your customers? They already have your clients. And I had a conversation with someone just yesterday, and we're going through this whole process for folks that are interested in being speakers at the Comeback Champion Summit. And the person had asked me a question. And it was a very reasonable question. Sometimes it's called a reasonable request at a reasonable time. A reasonable request at a reasonable time. She said, well, I mean, she was interested. Why do you think I should do it? And I said, well, you shouldn't. I said, the only reason you would do it is we have your customer, right? So we have your customer. There's people out there that need your products and services. And so there's folks out there right now, someone out there that's watching right now, or someone out there that's on the internet right now, someone right in this moment, they have the goal of finding you. When I wake up in the morning, I always say that someone has the goal of being able to generate more revenue. Someone has the goal of being able to make more sales faster with less effort. Someone has the goal of finding out how they're going to get the revenue to purchase the resources they need. And that might be you right now as I'm listening, as I'm talking. And if that's you right now, you're like, yeah, Shay, that resonates with me. That's me. I'm out there. This is my time, Shay. This is my year. I want you to text this to me. Just text the word revenue. And send this over to me right now. Text the word revenue to 202-270. Whoopsie. Okay, text 202-270-1662. Text the word revenue to 202-270-1662. And please put your first name, your last name, your email, and your best contact number. And when you do that, I will make sure I follow up with you. Oh, I thought you were looking at me. I was writing. I thought you were looking at me right the whole time. That's so funny. Text the word revenue to 202-270-1662. Again, 202-270-1662. Include your first name, your last name, your best contact number, your email, and we are going to reach out to you. Look, I was going to go over like sales affiliate and like sales ambassador and digital sales solutions, but that's a lot. It really is. If you can just embrace right now sales affiliates, it's going to create a breakthrough. It's going to create a breakthrough. So you go ahead right now, take some time, look at the software. I see you put it down there. Take a look at some of the software that's out there right now and do that. And then let me know which one works for you. And I'm going to see you at the next challenge. My name, by the way, for those folks that are tuning in, I want you to know as you're listening that you're amazing. I want you to know that you're incredible. I want you to know that you've got greatness inside you. And that for you, the best is still yet to come. The best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. With that being said, my name, by the way, is Shay Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur. Make it a great day, everyone. And I promise you from the bottom of my heart, we'll make some good things happen. We connect again next time. Remember, time is long. Life is short. You got to live in the moment and you got to make it count. God bless, and I wish every single one of you success. Look right below the video. Look right below the video as we close out and put, now is my time. Because this is your moment and this is your time. I'll see you soon. Peace. God bless.